Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Dear friends, I salute each and every one of you, men and women of goodwill. I greet you from here. How was the night? Hope you slept very well. I greet you all for coming this morning or afternoon or night, depending on your time zone. We have a very serious issue at hand. Yesterday, I was here telling us about this building that collapsed at Ochanja Market yesterday morning. We woke up to this reality this yesterday morning that a building that is under construction at Ochanja Market collapsed and trapping people inside that building. And I told us yesterday that some journalist correspondents reported immediately that two people were trapped in that building without any investigation, without them first digging the ground to know how many people that are actually trapped there. And this morning, the reality is here. There's a video I'm going to play for us afterwards. A young girl, maybe preparing to school, that is going to school, that was trapped in that same building. That's probably some students passed through that place because it's also a residential area. People are living around. So students pass through that place to go to school. So very unfortunate to some of them, they were trapped in that building. And many other people too. But yesterday, the report was that two persons were trapped in that building. But today, even Channels Television wrote in their breaking news that five persons, some will report six persons, some will report and 26 others injured. Those 26 others that are injured, where were they yesterday? They were inside that collapsed building. And nobody knows the state of their health now as we speak. Nobody can ascertain, nobody can possibly tell you that this is the state So, Biafrans, what am I saying? What I'm saying is that if all things will not be happening to you, all these things will not be happening at all. I'll play for us the video record of today. A young girl building that collapsed. According to news reports, they said 26 persons injured, probably was rescued from that trapped building, and 6 others died. Sorry. And 6 others died as a result of that building collapse. See, a young girl she's dressed on school uniform, probably going to school. So this building collapsed at the time children are already going to school. You know, there are people that goes to school by 6 o'clock. There are others that go by 7 o'clock. There are others as early as 5:30. So their parents are preparing for work. They themselves are preparing for school. So are the type of people that fall the victim of this collapsed building. Let me look for that video and play for you. Let me play for that video for you. The audience, I salute each and every one of you. As you come, please, the program, so more people will join us. Let's rise together on these things that are happening. Basis. So as you come, as I welcome you, please do what to welcome others.
Biafra. It does not even believe.
Calm down, you go come on.
Need freedom.
Calm down, you go come on. Calm down.
Are you seeing a young girl trapped in that building? Are you seeing an sound? Cyprian, can you go out and come in again? Because it's showing me that sound okay now. Okay. Thank you so much. So, are you seeing a young girl trapped on that building? This is somebody's child. Look at the uniform. Let me take this thing back a bit for you to know her school uniform. This is a small girl, a girl of like 8 years or thereabout. It's God's mercy that she's still alive. Still alive. And as you look, if you look at the way the people are digging to bring, you see that there's no expatriate here. There's no expatriate that can be removing the stones and the irons in a more faster rate. People are using manual labor to dig to see if this girl, maybe by the time they bring this girl out, her leg are resting on her leg. The weight of the building are resting on her. If you look around, let me play the video. Just look at the videos and play. You will see small boys, people, that's the market people that came to market. They are the ones fighting and looking for a way for these people to be rescued. You will ask, where are the government officials? Where are the people that should call construction companies and many other people that has equipment for more rescue of these people? Who are they? They are nowhere to be found. So everything you do in Nigeria is your own. Everybody on your own government. On your own government. The only time that the government will come and tell you, oh, you are, you will know that you they will not tell you as a citizen you must pay tax, so that they will be doing work for you. But I know that the people that give birth to this child are paying many tax. If you're not paying from your shop, you're paying from your vehicle, you're paying everything for the government that is not doing something for the people. This child and many of those people that are trapped in this building would have been rescued immediately that same yesterday. And many of those people that was reported dead wouldn't have casualty wouldn't have been if this much. Jerry, I salute you, Jerry. Jerry, you're welcome. Jerry Okeke, you're welcome. On Monday was sit at home. Why are they not at? Today is not Monday. Yesterday is Tuesday, a work hour. Yesterday is Tuesday, business hour, and also school days. Yesterday was Tuesday. Yesterday, this thing happened at the early hour of yesterday, not on Monday. This thing did not happen on Monday. It happened at the early hour of yesterday. Like I said earlier when I started, there are people, because of the nature of the job of their parents, some of them prepare to school by 6, some prepare by 5:30, as their parents need to lock the house as they are going, because a child of you can see the child now is about 8 years. You can't leave your throw it away and the people will pick it, and before you come back home you will not have anything again in your house. So it did not happen on Monday, because Monday is complete lockdown in Biafra land. Being a victim, the only people being a victim of this are those that used to, because people sleeps in these uncompleted buildings, my brother. Completed buildings. There are so many homeless people. People that cannot to pay rent. Rents are very high. Even if you give in a year, they don't have it to pay. So they always going about in those places that the buildings is still under construction. They will make their homes there until at the time the owner of the building will complete it. In the morning, they will pack their bags and baggage. They don't even have property. The only property they have is the clothes. All those places, because there are places where you can go and bath in the market. So they will go there and pay like 15 naira. They will bath, they will shower and retire to those uncompleted buildings. But it is very unfortunate that this incompleted building that they have been using as a refuge now become their graveyard. That is the stark reality. What happened did not happen on. So Jerry, my brother, I don't know. Yes, it's together. So as you complete, share this, share the link to so many other platforms in case some of you will want to. The link with you now for you to join me. Let me put the link up. Let me put the link. These things are happening as a result of a failed government, a failed, unorganized people. People that don't care whether you're going up or you're going down. People that don't want to know what is happening to you. People that doesn't want to know. I keep on saying, if they all over the place are being checkmated, number one, the soil, and the number two, the type of materials that you're using. Are there standard materials or are there substandard materials? Many people are using substandard materials because they want it cheap. Building materials now are very, very expensive. Some 20,000 naira, you will get like 5 of it. Now you will use 50,000 naira to of it. So by the time the builder calculate all these things, he will pressure the engineer, and the engineers that lack integrity, that has nothing they want to protect, that all they care about is the money that will be given to them at the end of the job. So they don't care about the life that should be saved at the cost that they are building to save life. Because while you're building home is where people will retire, it may people will go to work, where people will see as an office, and those places will be safe. There should be security there. But because there's no security of life and property anywhere in Nigeria, that is why you see all these things happen. Is it not in this country that we see how many story building in Lagos? It collapsed and even killed. Many people were buried in that day. But if you call real engineers, investigation of what that caused the collapse of that building may be number one, the soil they put that structure on did not have the capacity, because Lagos State, their land is sinking. They have water everywhere to carry that weight. Or if they must put such structure in that particular soil, there's a lot of modifications, materials you have to lay. There are some bases that you have to lay on the ground for it to be able, some base for it to be able to carry the weight of that building. 20-something story building, but you do not test the soil. Is that you have the money to erect the building from a start to a finish, and when the finished level, they were at the top of the building, and from there the building collapsed. To rejoice that their friend now have a skyscraper in Nigeria, and that skyscraper was their burial ground that day. So is it today that it started, that is put in place, that before you start building, the place, it's not like Southeast. Southeast have a very strong soil. But why Sorry, people, we are having just network challenges, and we will overcome it very soon. Very, very soon. We will overcome it. The whenever we come up here to that whenever we come up here to do something, it's going to be steady. So what am I saying? All these things is happening as a result of negligence. Negligence of people, negligence from the government, negligence from the Ministry of Works, negligence from those that should be checkmated around them. This small girl now shouldn't be suffering this fate she's suffering today, but she's suffering it as a result of negligence. Negligence. That is why she's suffering like this today. You can see a young girl. Just put yourself in the shoes of this girl, if this should be your daughter. And you're seeing your daughter suffering like this. Not as a result that she went to where she's not supposed to go. But she's just going to school.
Not even believe.
Calm down, you go come on. Calm down, you go come on. Calm down. We don't agree. Calm down, you go come on. Calm down.
The question I want to ask us is, from all these things that you're seeing now, are you seeing anybody like an expatriate, like an engineer, that you will see that it is a job to help in a situation like this? Are there any people like that you're seeing? The camera went round. Let me also play it again, remove the sound and play it again for you to see by yourself and be the judge. Are you seeing any expatriate from this video we are playing now that you will say at least the government has still doing something to see if this young look at an innocent suffering simple because God sent him to Nigeria to be God allowed her to be given birth to at this part of the world. Is it a crime? The answer is no. This young girl has not committed any crime. That is why the Biafrans and the Biafran Republic government in exile are doing everything to save our people from this quagmire, because this will never stop. This negligent and I don't care attitude and never go. Whatever that happens to the masses does not concern the government. The only time you will hear the government speak is when you sit at home. They will tell you it is affecting the economy. You will ask, what has the economy do for you? Housing estate that is built by the government to accommodate those that cannot pay house rent. And today they have become a victim of a building that they are seeking refuge in. That economy, is it there? And people are living a worst kind of life. Living in the worst kind of abject poverty. Because what is ravaging people in Nigeria is not just abject poverty. If there's anything worse than abject poverty, that is what the people are undergoing. That is what people are undergoing. And whose business it is? Guess, it's nobody's business. Because the government didn't even want to care. They don't care. The only thing the governor will do is to come there and tell you it is unfortunate, but they are investigating to know what your investigation that you're starting when the whole thing has happened, investigation that you should have done, testing of the materials that are being used, the testing of the sound, the cement, and everything. And now the cement have risen to 15,000 naira. Who knows what they are now bagging and sending for us as men? You know, we are in a big mess and in a big problem, a big trouble in this country. And as men have risen, who knows whether they will now go, because there is this clay that used to be very, very, that looks like cement, clay, but the color looks like cement. Who knows if they are now going to dry it and grind it in a machine, in the machine, and rebag it, and you will call it cement. By the time you mix it with sand, it will not hold. Because clay is not the material, is not the mineral that used to be used to extract cement from. So it cannot hold. And this type of incident, I'm just trying to wrap my head around what would have caused this tragedy and this avoidable incident. This is avoidable. If the Ministry of Work is working, it is avoidable. If the government is working, it is avoidable. Because it's only in Nigeria that all the buildings you see are being built by individuals. None is erected by the government. If you see any building that is erected by government, you will know it's a government house. Some school buildings are being built by individuals and handed over to the government. When the person needs a government recognition, he will build it and hand it over to the government. Am I lying? Is it not last Christmas that Soludo was commissioning buildings, roads that are being built by individuals, and he as a governor that not build anything went and to commission it, and he was televising it and even advising others to emulate those that have built the road for their people. But him as a governor, oh my God. Okay. In other part of the world, this is not applicable. Government plans the city. Government, they plan the city the way it will go. They plan and build safe places in case of disaster, in case of natural disaster, where people can go and seek refuge to save their life. I'm going to play a video that I played for us. I just play some of it yesterday, but I'm going to play it in full now at the course of this, so that you will see how other nations, other countries that are responsible for their citizens, that value their citizens, how they plan their city. It is not the individuals, the citizens, to start planning estates. Here in Nigeria, individuals will come, they will gather money, they will go and buy land, they will plan the estate, they will say that this is the way they want it, this is how many buildings they want to be here, this is how many they want to be here. They will only take the document to the government, and government will call millions or billions that they are going to pay for them to develop that part of the country, part of the state. Government will not come there to give them road. Neither will government come there to give them water. Government will not come there to give them electricity. Those same people that plan and buy land and start and build their road, maybe call excavator to grade the road so that it will be motorable. so bikes and legs can easily have an access, so just to create an access into the estate. They will do all those things and buy transformer, buy cable, buy armor cable, buy everything that need to be bought to bring electricity, buy pole. All those things, once they finish buying it, they will not go and pay NEPA people to come and connect the light. And those that will come to the light will also receive their own payment after the one that you paid in the office. If you did not do it that way, there will come nonsense for you. The next minute that light come, that your transformer will. That is the wickedness you see in this contraption. That people are buying on everywhere. If you're not being buyed by terrorists, you'll be buyed by collapsed building. If you did not buy by collapsed building, you will buy as a result of bad road, that you enter vehicle and the bad road, you make the vehicle to fall, you will buy. This is the life that we are faced with. This is the life we are faced with. Don't worry, on a very good day, I will take it all. I'll bring for us roads of many estates in Biafra land. Where you have the economy this, the economy that. I will bring it for everyone, for you to see. What you will be asking is, in this place, where people have suffered, they build their house, getting revenue, but you cannot do anything. There's no presence of the government anywhere in that place. They their borehole. Each one of them dug borehole. Nobody's bringing anything for you. You are paying everything for nothing. And that is where they want you to keep on sustaining. On end up like this, our lovely Biafra daughter. May God preserve the souls of these young men and women that are injured, sustained a very serious injury. May God heal them, because it's only God that heals people. In this country, there's no medical. Depend on the Creator to heal whenever we are sick. There's no doctor. Those people that have been given knowledge, that God gave knowledge to practice as nurses, when these people will be rushed to them, they will need police report. Many will die as a result of lack of police report. Many will die as a result that was deposited, because the government that is taking them there would tax the individuals. Go and call your people. Tell them that your brother, your daughter had an accident. Come and take care of your loved ones. So when your loved ones, your parents, or your brother, or your uncle, or your auntie would, so that is your guardian that you're living with, like this young lady now, young girl. Maybe she's not living with his parents. Maybe she's living with a guardian. Maybe she's living with aunt, or auntie, or nephew, or whatever, cousin. And this thing happen. If that cousin or auntie or whatever guardian that is taking care of her did not to the hospital to deposit money, or go and went and get a police clearance that actually that the building is a victim, she's a victim of that building that collapsed in Ochanja market, the hospital will abandon her and say, go and get police clearance. She will go there, police will say, we need you to pay us for investigation to go and ascertain that actually that this person is a victim of that. This is the kind of horrible life people live on daily basis. is disheartening. Is disheartening, my people. It is. And may God show us mercy and deliver us as quick as possible. Because if the Biafrans are not delivered, just like the Bible said, those days are not shortened. Even the very, very elect will be deceived. But this one is, if the day of Biafra restoration is not made fast, even those that are still alive and remaining might be pied by the circumstances surrounding everything that is happening. Those people might be pied. And this is the reason why we are doing everything to make sure that people do not continue buying in Biafra land. We love humanity. That's why we call people Mando, the beauty of life. So this beauty of life, we don't want it to be wasted. We don't want it being destroyed on a daily basis. That is the nature of the Biafrans. Biafrans are loving people. Look at our daughter being trapped because there's no government to take care of her. The government she have did not even know that she is existing. She's not in any data. There's no data. The only people that has data are those that are in the office. Those are the only people that has data because they have they are in a payroll of the government. So once you're not in the payroll of the government, you are not existing. You're existing. The only time you will exist is when they want to use you to complete numbers. Like during the days of election, they will use you to complete numbers. After using you to complete numbers, you don't exist anymore. Let me show us how nations are being planned and nations are being built. For like this not to be happening. How many times have you ever heard that the buildings collapsed in Finland? We will always use Finland as a good example because they are the only soul, humans, that still exist on planet Earth. And we will always use Israel as the same example. This cannot happen because these people, they build their structures. They plan their. You can't just come and you start building anyhow. The city is planned. Here you see people building on waterways. Just to prove, oh, I have money. I want to block this place. They'll tell you this place is a close. Some places that are called close today, those are street and major parts that link to so many places. But people will go and pay money and close it. To tell you how powerful they are. May God have mercy on us. Because we still have a very long way to go. And that is why Biafra is bringing the best. I will discuss some of these. One of these days we will discuss about the prototype of Biafra. I think I have. I will look for that video. I think I have the video of that prototype of Biafra. If I don't have it, I will lay my hand on it. Look for a way to lay my hand on it so that I will show it to you what the Biafrans are bringing on the table. So Simon Nnamdi Kanu is not insisting on Biafra because he wants to bring a replica of Nigeria to the Biafran people. No. We want to bring to you what you have not seen before. That's what we want to bring for you. And the time is already here. The time is already here. Oh my God. Are you sure I've not deleted the video? Let me recover that video. It's like I've deleted it. Let me recover it. So what am I saying? All these things are happening as a result of non-planned, unplanned city. Unplanned city. Because if this place is planned, some of the things that are happening will not be happening. Things cannot just happen. There are some things when they happen, we begin to ask questions. Why must this happen? What is the work? What are we doing? Why must this be? But guess what? Nobody is asking such questions. Nobody even want to know. Because when it will happen, his daughter or his son is abroad. So there's no way his daughter or son can be a victim of this. Because they are all abroad where things works very well. But they preach to you to remain here. And one day you become a victim of building collapse. Where is the video? One day you become a victim like this. But may God forbid. I and Abtacha Hisiai will never be a victim of this. Never. I've seen it. I've seen it. Let me recover it. I've seen the video is recovering. Yes. Yes, it's done. It's done. Let me now play the video for you. I've recovered the video. I've seen it. I've been looking on I've been searching for it. I've seen the video. Let me play for you what nation building should look like. What countries like. What states should look like. You prepare for unexpected. You prepare for the unthinkable. You prepare for everything, even though that thing will never happen till many generations will live and go. That thing that come to your mind, that let's stop this from happening. If it did not happen, it is okay. It is a plus. But if it eventually one day it happened, you have already built a safe place for the people.